Okay, it is me. Got my noise up again. There we go. Hey, hi, it's Gretchen. I'm back with another day of doing this, and I'm switching it up just a little bit today. Different time, mainly because I have other things going on later on in the day. I'm finding that with the other activities I have that it's kind of difficult so far to choose a set time to do this. Oh, sorry. We just got back from our walk. And but I'm going to make it work. I may have a weekend time and a weekday time. Weekend time might end up being like in the evenings because of a variety of things. Just because. And that's okay. So today we're on day 5, and it's I call it tried and true trick, and not really a trick, but it's just one of those things that has worked, and you. It may be familiar to you. It may not if you've been around photography for a long time. You might know something called a contact sheet. And you're thinking, Gretchen, you don't have film. What are you doing? These are digital. What are you? Contact sheet. So here's the deal. I have gone through all of the. I don't want that. Okay. I've gone through all of the photos that are in my full shoot. Got them to their picks. Got them to selects. Went from 424 photos down to about 100 and little about 170, I think. And then I realized that a lot of those were repeats, were not the best thing. So the selects were ones that I would be willing to edit, that I thought kind of fit, or that the quality of the photo was good enough to go into the project. So then I went through those selects one more time and weeded out things that had like within the same building in these kind of similar viewpoints or similar representing similar things. So I got it down to 120. Then I started to try to look at them on Lightroom, and even with my thumbnail being good size and bigger and whatnot, it was I could see that, but then I couldn't see a bunch of them together, and I couldn't see where I had repeated things. So I'll show you what we did, and I'll go right into my 30 minutes of edits, which starts at this next scene now. Oops, wrong scene. There we go. No. Where am I? Here we are. Got them in the wrong order. There we go. All right. Why is that there? Okay, so what I did was I put them into print, and in Lightroom, you can choose to make contact sheets, which is very comfortable for me because old school, that's what I did. Contact sheets were kind of what I lived in when in darkroom days. You Rather than waste paper and everything, you would lay them out, all your negatives out on one single piece of paper, expose them all at once, and then you could look through to see which ones were the best, and then you chose those negatives to develop and or to yeah to further to enlarge and do the things with. So that's somewhat what I'm doing with this. Lightroom has this feature that you can make contact sheets. You could make a 4x5 contact sheet. You could make a 5x8 contact sheet. You could make a 5x9 contact sheet. Or you could make a 5x11 contact sheet. So the 5x11 was way too tiny for my eyes. So I tried the 5x8 contact sheet and I thought, oh, that'll work. Okay. This reminded me of old 35 millimeter days and it looked like that size, but you know what? It's still, I forgot how I didn't pull out, it was small. So I printed that once and it had only, it said one of 4 pages and I should have checked the pages because the 4th page had like 1 photo on it. Bad. So this is in big, actually it says 11x17. It's supposed to be on, it was on a 13x19 paper. I have a ton of that paper in matte. And so I went and I changed and I did for the 4x5 contact sheet and I printed those. It came out to 7 pages of the, it says 13x9. Page setup is not that. It is Super B. Okay, there we go. It is looks somewhat like this, and then I changed the margins a bit so that there was a little less room and so that the photo could go as much as I wanted. I could have done zoom to fill, but then I missed part of the details of the photo and that would mess it up for me. I also could have done rotate to fit, but that would really mess me up. I didn't want to do that. So what we have now is we have contact sheet. So I'm going to take myself through these and see how it goes. So what you see in front of you are my contact sheets. Although they don't show the whole page, they're big. You can see there. And, let's see. I have that set just about as big as it can go. I think, yes. And unless I completely shove this way up higher, and then you see a lot more of my messy desk. That's okay. That's what this stuff is. Going live and seeing the stuff. All right. So my plan right now is I'm fairly familiar with these photos. And here I'm going to, oh, whoops. There. I'm going to add a camera here. New camera overlay, and that makes that camera D. Okay. That's little. I can make it little. All right. Okay, so here we go. What I'm going to look for right now is I'm going to look for some repeats. And one of the things in Carnegie Libraries that I noticed right away, you'll notice things like the windows, the shapes of the windows, the entryways are usually pretty grand entryways, so we can compare those. The lights, let's start with, where are we? Let's start with lights. So we've got this one right here for light. And this one here has it too right there. You see the lighting. So let's see. And This is a newer, I know that in there, in the connection, they did that, the light right there too. So what I'm doing right now is just briefly looking through where they might have repeated the similar kinds here. I'm doing those in red. LT light. That's a different kind. I'm looking for those similar kind of dome lights that they used all across, like here. Because I don't need to have a lot of the same. If I'm going to talk about that in the book, if I'm going to discuss the architecture and the similarities as to how that went through and when did they change. Like here, this light is changed. This was in Brigham City, Utah. And literally, as soon as you cross the Rockies, the kind of lighting changed. And some structures in the building changed too. Obviously, with more snow and whatnot, they had different kind of need in the thing. So I'm still looking for these here. Don't have any more lights there, and I think I have one at the end. Why do I have that one left over? Okay, so I'll use this page for notes. Hey, Obs, how you doing? Yes, nice to have you here. Thanks. So we'll put here. I'll put LT. That's the lights. The dome kind, and then crossing the Rockies, we went to these kinds. Okay, so this is east and this is west coast. So that, I don't know if that's what going to be significant, but these are the kind of things. And so right now I have, as I can see right off the bat, 1, 2, 3. That's not really light. 4. Oh, here's some more. There's another one with light. 5, 6. That's an exterior light. That's different. 7. 7 on the east and 3 in the west. I think. I don't think I got inside these other buildings because it was weekends. Yeah. So lights. I've got 7 and 3. All right, so that's more than I need in lights. And I need to look at what really shows the best kind of aspect of this. This one is a good because it's the singular representation, how they continue to use them all the way across. Whether that interests anybody or not, it's just a feature of the architecture that was kind of interesting to me. Okay, so I got lights. So that's what I'm going to look for there. Okay, so entrance. The other thing that they had was they have this grand entrance aspect to them. And so we've got the entrance. Do I have another color? I should. I need multiple colors for this. That's what I need. Do I need, maybe I can do this. Oh, well that. Oh, here. Hang on, let me grab my water. Okay, I'm back. Don't go away. All right, Okay, the entrance. Let's see. Let's do that. Okay. So we'll put some purple on it. So we've got entrance there, entrance here. They had, there's a bit of the entrance there. This is an interior. This is an interior. This has the entrance that they used. Okay. That paint better be dry. What else? There's another one that has it. This is really a cool entrance. So I've got several that show the entrance. This one is shows a small one. Back door. Another front entrance to, where's my paint? Come here, paint. So what I'm trying to do right now is just to highlight to see how many I have of certain things. Not necessarily doing anything with them, but where they're going to fit and what they're going to do. So if I just don't want to have too many in a certain kind. Let's see. Here's another. This is a very cool. This was a different kind of entrance. Here, this one too. The ones with the in this little town that had the grotesque, they called it. This guy. Entrance. Here's this one. This is in Laramie. There's another one. And here's another one. This was in, I think this is that Brigham City. Yeah, that's Brigham City. That's an interior entrance. This is another one in Caldwell. This had an entrance, a grand entrance kind of in the back too. That one did. And here and here and here. There's kind of, I'm seeing how I repeated this. And this was in La Grande. This is Pendleton. Their entrance was very cool because it's the only one that's built on a corner. And this is in Hood River, Oregon. It shows where the entrance was. Really, this is more of it. Okay. So I have a fair number of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Oh, 25. 25 in Moline. 25. Oh, I know there's one here. 26. 27. 28. 29. And 30. Okay. So I kind of went overboard on those guys. Okay, so on my last page, where are we here? So this will be another code. And that is entrance. Nope, that's not going to work. Call it the grand entrance. Exterior. And I have 30 in all. I didn't count them east to west because they didn't really change that much. Okay. All right. So, oh, you know what I don't have on this page? Hang on, you guys. I don't have. Oh, yep. Okay. My timer that I have set for this is on my other page. So I am going to have to go by when I started, which was just after I started at about 10:33, 10:35 for when I started this. So I'll go till 11:05 on editing. All right. Next, grand entrance is done. Now I need something else to sort through. How about interior? How about interior woodwork? Or interior? What do I want to do? Do. Yeah, let's go with woodwork. And let's do that in yellow if it'll show up. Yes. Yellow. And actually, original interior kind of features. That's what I'm going to do because there's original flooring too. I'll do that. Light's different, but this is original woodwork and floor. I'll put this one in there because it's a transition between the two. This one too, because it has the original bookcases and there. Where is... Oh, here, yeah. That. This one could be considered that also because of the archways, the original, the beams that they had. Okay, original flooring right here. Flooring. Okay, this is the fireplace and how they did that. Interior ceiling, floor, and staircase. This is those and that. This fireplace, original woodwork. So this is kind of evolving into interior features, kind of. Some were fireplaces, some are the woodworking. That I'm going to have to refine. That's not well thought through yet. So it's going to have a bunch that it probably doesn't need to. But then I couldn't get into several of these buildings because I might have been there on the weekend and they were closed. Some of that were museums. Now, this one is an exterior that has become an interior. Oh, here. This is the one I snuck into when it was under construction. Wasn't supposed to, but I did. Here we go. This one was a museum that she was open. She's cranky, but that's okay. This is interior features. The woodwork there. That. This. original. Oh yeah, the staircase. These guys were really fun to hang out with. And I think that'll probably be all it on the interiors because I couldn't get into any of the other buildings. Yeah. Okay. That's it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 9 on that page. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25, 26. Oh, I don't have that basement shot that they took me into the basement. 26. Okay. 26 interior. Okay. Interior features. Original features. I.e. features like fireplace, woodwork, stairs, ceiling, dumbwaiter. What else was there? Oh, there was beams, dumbwaiter, etc. Okay, got that. All right, that's kind of my notes there for that. Okay. Then, how about windows? Windows. A lot of them are going to have it. So it's really kind of cool. So that have the arch windows at some point. There's arch windows up here. This was in that upstairs. They took me up there. So, windows. How about, I wonder if I should do arches, because that seems to be something that was introduced, but then there's a lot of arches in the details. Columns are good. Oops, am I getting stuff on the back? There's columns. This one didn't have arches. Did that one have arches in the exterior of that building? Interesting. This one had no arches. Where did arches? But there's arches there. Have to see if the architect changed in different places. Generally use the same kind of architect type. Okay, the columns. So I still have like the roof features to details to go through some of those. The window styles, not quite sure on that. This kind of yeah. See, here we have the square. Okay, arches versus we have windows. So I think windows. Arch or not. So here we have here we have an arch. Here we have an arch there, but not in the window. Not in the windows, not in the windows. Arch in the windows. Arch in the window here. Arch in the window here. And here. Kind of nerdy. I know a lot of people might not find this interesting, but I thought it was very cool. Arch there, because these are over 100, these are 120-year-old buildings. And the details that went into them are just beyond astounding. Is that an arch there? Did they have those? Yes, there's arch. There's arch there. Arch there. Yep. I don't think that little house had arches. No, it did not. And this one didn't either in Gothenburg. This had this cool art. They did the arch up in the roof line. So there's no arch on the window, but they used it in the roof line. Here's an arch in this one. This was the first one I saw stained glass in. And yes, arch. Arch. And was there interior? No, these did not have. And in Brigham City, we didn't have arch. We had an arch here at Caldwell, and an arch in this. Very cool. Do they have them? Nope, they did not have them there. Didn't have them in Oregon. Oh, they had it in Pendleton over the front and in all the windows on the side. The whole side was windows, was arched, but not in Hood River. Okay, so now we have arch. So we have 1, 2. Hold it. Count from the back. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't tell right now. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. 19. 19 with arch. Okay, window. Okay. That's a start. That's a start in sorting this. Hiya. So that's what I'm doing. Yep. Um, I have done my 30 minutes. Oops, stop there. And I'm going to give myself then what this is helping me do when I do this in just 30 minutes and I kind of push through it like that. Then I don't dwell on anything too long and I kind of have to make some snap decisions, which is good in sorting. When I get down to the nitty-gritty of just actually developing a photo per se, I'll get into that pattern pretty easily and I'll start having it. I may kind of be irritated with myself then for not having longer than 30 minutes, but that's what I'm going to do on this because I want to come at it with fresh eyes each time. So these guys will be set aside over there and until tomorrow. Doesn't mean hiccup. Sorry, doesn't mean I'll forget about them because they'll dwell around through my head and ruminate and figure out what I'm going to do with them next. But that's it for today for my live on editing photos. Day 5 is in the bag of 30 days for 30 minutes to get to 30 photos. I got a long ways to go, but hey, I'm right there. I'm on track. It's doing fine. I'm not even trying to track it out because I'm afraid if I try to track it out, I will get nervous about how much time I don't have, and that's not good. Anyway, so thanks for being here, Obs, and anybody else who tunes in. I really do appreciate it, and I hope this entertains you a little bit. I probably, whether you're interested in the Carnegie Libraries or in contact sheets or in editing or anything, or just enjoy watching me ramble, that's fine. You're welcome to be here. And if you're working on your own stuff at the same time, awesome. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you're working on. And Aubrey, how's that book coming, girl? How's that book coming? I know. You should, Mm-hmm. Woohoo. Maybe one of these days, Obs will have to pull you in and have you side by side with me while you're writing and I'm doing that. Who knows? We could do that. All right, you guys. Next step of the day is my word of the day for the Global Year of Kindness campaign. And that's a whole nother thing. But let's rock on. And until tomorrow, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your mirror. And if you're so inclined, as an afterthought, if you could give it a thumbs up if you like this, and maybe hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my on camera channel, I'd so appreciate it. And leave a comment and, tell me something in a kind way. We're working at kindness, remember, folks? We're only taking in the kind. Even criticism can be worded in a kind way. Just remember that. All right? Thanks so much, and I will catch you all later. Boom. Oops, nope. Where's nope? Oh, there we go. Where is my end screen? There we go.